Yes. My guest tonight is a seasoned sales professional with nearly 20 years of experience in a fast-moving consumer services or goods, all right? And when we talk about fast-moving goods, which I say basically like daily commodities, debia here. Sanyo mano no ton. How they go a pump and treso. And autumn. But he graduated from the University of Ghana, where he laid the foundation for his career in sales and then business leadership. Not just that. Over the years, he's worked with several leading multinational companies and he's gained deep insights into the sales leadership, market dynamics, and strategic growth. And his professional journey has been marked by his ability to consistently drive business success and then foster strong client relationship. And then depending on it to me ton ade ma wo bia wo sa kono kra kota ade and na wo hia bibia wo kai se na no na me to ade bi bra bi na de bra me ma me mfa no yense sa ade no da so bia obo ha wo to ade won ho bia no wadwa wa wo sika ba no wadwa unto ade won ho bia but abrante ide say or the product bra wo ema wo ton a and I would try at every cost you would contact him for more of it. And he's led high performing team to strategically operate and drive business growth in the region. He's widely respected for his integrity, dedication, hands-on leadership. And today we get to delve more into his leadership skills, his business and corporate world, and the things that has brought him this far. I am speaking to Peter Tandoh, and he is the regional sales manager for GB Foods. Openi, we profile the mood. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please draw closer to our mic for me.
Thank you.
It feels good to see you again.
Yes.
Just a week. Is it a week ago?
A week ago, yes.
Yeah, a week ago. I had the opportunity to work for Golden Bean Hotel to serve as their MC for their Mother's Day lunch, and it was proudly sponsored by GB Foods. And he came around. Just said, "One chamadi, internet so bansa pipa dear near this and you chrome hine." I quite been say, "We feel chrome hina bear or say any okay to jaw." We feel chrome hina bear okay to jaw. A quite meso. It's open say and over empty-handed party and you really feel chrome hina bay. I'm our car to jaw. You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Last week we didn't get to talk much.
Yes.
Today you're on my seat. I for droll you small. But tell us, we've read your bio. I have experienced you firsthand at the Golden Bean Hotel, and I could see the selfless leadership style you possess. One thing that caught my attention about you, not to flatter you, is the fact that when we needed something, you didn't wait for your other subordinates to attend to it. You were ever ready to show up and do the right thing, or get it done. What inspires you to be that kind of person that you are?
Thank you for having me. In fact, I'm even humbled to hear you read all the things you read.
All the things,
Yes, I don't know whether you were talking about me or a different other person. I am humbled. I am humbled. Yes. So back to your question.
Right. Right.
What gets me to do what I do?
Yes, to make you, because Encrophobia or her, when they are leaders, they would always instruct people, to do the job. You do this, you do that. But in your case, I mean, judging from that day, whenever we needed anything, you were just available. And it was very admirable because Obi Uncle Westima, but you were, I don't know, so when you head Juma, you are always ever present to show up and do the job.
Okay. And so I always believe that you can teach somebody to do something when you show the person how to do it.
Right.
Because you can't just always be instructing and be directing. Because the person sitting on the other side of the table might feel that do you even know how to do it? How are you only just instructing me to go and do so many things? But like if like it gets to a point in time that you yourself put yourself in the driving seat and get to do it, you are involved. I feel that I am inspired by such kind of leadership. When people ahead of me get their hands dirty, get involved, it inspires me, and I'm driven by that. And I also believe that when I also get to do that, it also drive the people I'm working with. So that really inspires me too.
But tell me, are you have you always been like this since childhood?
Yes. So one thing probably you don't know about me, I grew up in a very large family. Yes. So I come from a family of 9.
Yeah.
My siblings are 9. Yes.
From both parents?
Yeah, from both parents.
Your mother had 1, 2, 3 up to 9.
Yes, 9.
Where's your mom?
Unfortunately bereaved now.
Oh,
yes.
My condolences.
Yes. A very long time ago. So I grew up in a very large family, and to grow up in such a family or such an environment, you just can't sit down and expect everything
to be done for you.
Yeah, to you. You need to be involved.
So what we had.
Yes, that's what you had. Other than that, you will come back home and then you not get food to eat.
But what number are you amongst your siblings?
Number 7, the perfect number. 7.
I like that.
Yes, I am number 7.
I like that. Right.
Yeah. So growing up and experiencing that, it got me to think that if you really want to see things done, if like you want to see things get done, you have to be involved.
Results.
Yes, you have to be involved in the process to get the best of results. And like I said, I personally am inspired by such leadership style. So
amazing.
Yes, when I get to that position, or when I am privileged to be in a position like that, I would want to teach by doing.
Tell us now that
is
you've already
YFM.
Number 7 out of 9 siblings. Take us back to your childhood. What were your parents doing? How was life for you? Are you a dada B or semi? And I say, all that. Take us through your childhood a bit. Who is Peter? How are you called when you were a child?
Peter.
Sir.
Saying Peter.
And say, be a junior ne.
No.
Papa ne. Why DB? Ishirani achadi ne.
No.
So when you cry, that's so for the junior. But let me remind you that we are streaming live on our Facebook page. So if you just joined us, if you just tuned in, you're welcome. This is Leaderboard Series on YFM 102.5 Kumasi. Please get to our Facebook page now at Y1025 Kumasi and watch this conversation that I'm having with Mr. Peter Tandoh. Pete, take us through.
Amazing. So I grew up in Kumasi. I'm a Kumasi boy.
Which area?
I grew up in Dichemso.
That's what in your day.
That's how people say, or that's what people say. But like I grew up in Kumasi.
Because Dichemso boys are there.
Yes. Back then there was a house called Antoine Mafi.
Okay.
Yes, that was where I grew up.
Right.
The house was owned by the
Queen Mother.
The Queen Mother of Antoine.
Nambudia Ohana.
No.
Namudani Diaho.
No.
Yeah,
so I grew up in Dichemso Kumasi.
Right.
Yes, where my both my parents were living.
Okay.
And then that was where they had all of us.
Okay.
In Dichemso. We grew up in Dichemso, attended primary school in State Experimental. All of us. All of us attended basic school in State Experimental. So I can say.
What's the age difference amongst all of you? The gap?
2.
An average of 2.
Yes,
It's every 2 years we are calling.
Yes. My mother is a very strong woman.
I can imagine.
A very, very strong woman.
Na opelba na saday. Moyas emayes ememayahe.
8 boys, only 1 girl.
I knew it.
Yes.
That's the only reason why. Do you know? So
yes.
the lady is the last, right?
No, in between the 4th.
And she still went.
Yes, probably next one be your bar, and then.
And Odinya 9.
9, yeah.
Mommy.
Yes. And
That's
the beautiful thing
beautiful.
is, we are a very close knit family.
I can see that.
Yes, we are very close
I
knit
can
family.
see that.
I believe that most of them are listening to me right now. Shout out to the Tandohs.
Shout out to all your siblings.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
you all went to State Experimental.
Yes, we all went to basic school in State Experimental. And I feathered to Kumasi High School.
Oh, yeah, Brante.
Messiah Brantes.
Oh, nice one.
Yes, Messiah.
Maybe that's how. But no, Kumasi I know monjo.
Yes.
I want to know where you mamu hani na cash or so onjo.
Dabi.
Maybe I'm a boss. No, you cool kakra.
People say I'm not a typical Kumasi.
You are not.
Yes.
Kumasi High School boy, pana.
No. Probably
Interesting.
I wasn't meant to go there, but like I am a proud Croatian. I am a proud Abrante.
Nice one.
Yes, I love to be an Abrante.
Nice one.
Yeah, so I went to high school where I did general arts in high school.
Okay.
And then proceeded to the University of Ghana. Yes.
Mona must say the premier there.
Yeah, the only university in Ghana is the University of Ghana.
This is YFM.
University in Ghana.
Okay.
No doubt. No.
But what did you study there?
Yeah, so I also had the privilege or opportunity to do to read BA, like I did the humanities.
Okay.
Specialized in information studies.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So back then I thought like I was going to be a computer programmer because I loved computers. I loved software. I love to fix things with the computer and all that. I used to love playing FIFA 99 on the PC. Back then there were no game consoles. Yes, so I was always behind my PC playing FIFA. So I thought like I was going to be a computer geek or a computer guru developing the next Bill Gates. I thought I was going to be the next Bill Gates in Ghana or in Kumasi. But like I found myself when I was in the university, I had the opportunity to intern at Ultimate Boutique, now Ultimate Fashion Center.
They were Dumno.
Yes. I had the opportunity to intern there amongst the so many other internship opportunities I had. One of them happened to be, or like one of the most consistent ones happened to be with Ultimate Boutique then.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. And when school is on break, I had the opportunity to be there to sell to people.
What led you there the very first time?
So actually it was, I can say it's a family thing. So family led me there.
Okay, someone in your family has connections there.
Yes, so
all right.
Family led me there. You are home from school, bra kotna shop, just like to help. So I found myself there helping people, with purchasing or selecting clothes and all that. So I said I am good at this. Or people always come to the shop and say, I'm looking for Peter. The last time Peter helped me choose this dress.
Sir?
Yes, Peter helped me choose this. Peter helped me with this. So I'm looking for Peter. Even when I'm in school, people will call me and say, we went to the shop and you were not there. So I said to myself, hey, then this sales thing, I need to really take it serious. And then fast forward, I completed uni and I had the opportunity to do my national service at Women's World Banking. Okay. It's defunct now.
Oh, but me home, no more purple color beside.
Exactly, in a doom, also in a doom.
Yeah, they have another branch at Swami. That's where I've seen a sports head.
Yes, so I did my national service. I had the opportunity to do my national service there. And fortunately, I was also taken to the sales department. And there was a time they were also, launching this POS, using POS to go into the market.
Buy and sell.
Yes, to go and collect deposits from market women. Okay. Yes, so it was a bit fascinating. Yeah. It was a new thing. It was very novel in the banking industry then. And then you see, fresh graduates with shirts and tie. Kaish. Yes, with POS hanging by our side, going into the markets to collect deposits for market women.
I'm sure the first time the market women looked at you guys very weirdly.
Yes.
A daily.
Because they were used to,
cash and carry
with, pen and then some small booklets and some girls recording. Never. So I had the opportunity to be, to be part of this, I mean, first batch who were using the POS to go into the market. So it was digitalization was starting then.
Okay.
So we were collecting deposits from market women with a POS machine. So you had to go and sell also the bank products to them, to the market women. Those who were not saving with Women's World Banking to come on board to save. So it was all part of selling. So I also, I mean, found myself doing it and doing it well. I said, no, then this sales thing, I really
I go your only sister.
My only sister.
Oh, okay.
My only sister is she's been with EcoBank for a very long time now.
Right.
Up until recently that I mean, she transitioned to Bank of Ghana. Yeah, so like I had some connections there to move to Fidelity Bank as a field sales ambassador or Fidelity sales ambassador, they called it then, FSC. So we're also giving targets to go out there and sell the bank products to people. To go out there and market
YFM.
bank products to people to come and save there. It was not an easy task at all because this was an era where competition
was very tight.
Barclays, if like I should mention, Barclays then
would rather skip the
names and everything. Yes, so competition was doing it on a very big scale. This direct selling thing, competition was doing it on a very big scale. So we coming from Fidelity, we're seen to be the minority.
Yes.
Back then.
You don't worry.
Yes, the minority back then.
Micro minority
back then. Exactly.
I see.
Yes, so when you go out there, you see the masses from competition.
But let's come back a little bit, all right? You said you guys were 9.
Yes.
And how were your parents taking care of you guys?
And so we always had, other family members coming around.
Like, what were their source of income?
Okay. So my mother was a seasoned, how should I call it now, fashion designer. Back then, she was, just sewing all the school uniform clothes for every basic school in Kumasi.
Nice.
Yes. Before a Rabna came to take over. Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
And then Miss Redu.
Yeah, Miss Redu. Yes.
Aye.
So the coffee, the brown, and then yes, she was into it.
And your dad?
And my dad was also a seasoned entrepreneur. She had to, so many shops at Roman Hill, Central Market. No, okay. I can't say that. We're fortunate enough to be
like have a 3 square meal.
Yes.
Basic life. Yeah, school yes. Nice one. I'm asking all these to say that
no.
So you don't really, maybe you were doing it out of passion,
yes,
and not out of need,
yes,
for money.
No. I've always been driven by passion. So just like you said, you put it rightly when you say like I was driven by passion to do sales because I found myself to love what I was doing or what I am doing.
But initially, didn't people not find it a bit funny that graduates Wako University of Ghana we see with the POS, it was a PCOS or so but your PCOS with POS machine products. Was it not funny that you didn't want a white collar job in an office, but you were roaming under the scorchy sun?
It was very challenging. Very, very challenging. But like I said, or like you also said earlier, I found passion in doing that.
Right.
I found passion. I would do it. I love to do it. Because it was something it came to me very easily. Selling. Telling people about new stuff. Quote and unquote, convincing people to come on board.
What made you special? What made you different? Because we are all selling. Convincing people. Besides, the product is not one away. Oh, also there are some things that it's yours. So you have to let it out. But we will be there, will be bank, ebegu and go enterprise. So how were you able to still convince people? What made you different from every other person?
So I believe it has always been my knack to understand the basics of everything that I'm selling. So if you understand what you are selling and get to know the benefits and features of whatever you are selling, it gives you an edge over everybody else.
To keep going for more.
Yes.
Right. Now, at Fidelity, what was one beautiful experience you can never forget in your career? Now you were staff, right?
Yes, I was a staff. And so...
which of the branch?
Stadium branch.
Okay.
Stadium Post.
Okay, and
yes.
which year is this?
This will be somewhere around 2008, yes.
Okay.
2008, yes. Stadium branch. Because I completed University of Ghana in 2007. So this will be between 2008 2009. Yes.
This is YFM.
So what was that significant moment in Fidelity Bank?
It's when we're made to go and sell a product called Fidelity Lifestyle Investment Plan. They call it Flip, or it was called Flip. So this is an investment plan as opposed to like the already insurance people know and the treasury bill and everything people know. This was very unique to Fidelity Bank. So we're made to go out there and sell this product to people. It was novel in the industry. Asking people to come and deposit and leave it in the account for like 5-6 years without touching it, and then we'll accrue interest for them. Back then, people did not have money. When you are telling people to, I mean, do dear one and not touch it. It was interesting. It was fascinating. So I said to myself, what can I do specially? Or what can I do special to make people come on board? So I asked myself that, or I told myself that, what's in it for somebody who will buy this product? And then it was a lifestyle investment plan. So I told myself that I was not selling a product, I was selling a lifestyle to them. I was selling a saving culture to them, because everybody saw it to be a product, but I saw it to be a lifestyle, a way of life. If like you have 10 cedis, at least save some for a rainy day. So that was what I was selling. I wasn't selling a product.
Reminds me of a conversation I was having with a friend recently, that these days when I save money, tomorrow the money saves me. We're all laughing. So technically, there would always be days where the money that you saved will save you.
Yes.
And how did that go?
So everybody, in fact, majority of people were rejecting, the product. Because, Africans and then typical Ghanaians, we do not really have a saving culture.
And
we do not really have a saving culture. So to be able to get people to come on board and say, I am saving, I am putting this money periodically, and then it should be consistent, and I shouldn't touch it for a certain period of time. I should leave it in the account for it to accrue interest.
Easy, sir.
Easy. But the most fascinating thing is, it was when I was selling this product that led me to my next job.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
This is YFM.
How?
Yes, interesting. I took it so personal that I was selling this product to my next employer, or my employer to be, and he looked at me and he told me years later that the passion with which I was selling the product to him made him
want
see
to work
something
with you
in me, that he wanted to work with me.
So you went to him or her as a potential customer?
Yes. Yes. So I ended up selling myself to him.
Interesting.
Yes.
But did he even sign up on the product?
He signed on. That's the most interesting thing. He signed on. So one thing I will say here is that whatever you find yourself doing, men to turn us.
We'll be back. Wow.
This is YFM.
Oh, Charlie, me wanna mean na ya me ya. Oh, person ma person. Say me be enko ye. Oh,
and yes, so Yom Herbal Lotion. Deals Generations Enterprise and Ediaba.
and tiene wo mu a. E ma ne bu achuma pa.
What you have by more dindra? E kuni pedium yaw krakra na ye drink. Say entu nam yaw. Anyone possible yari biase. What you say obeshi kakre go nsem. Na wodi etutu ho na mani. Anyone possible baby a eya we ya. Na mo no mo wa. Ho ba jo. Amo yaw na ko. Na ho jo say fom. Did I they want to want some cry?
Wow, we just send me just some.
Enye ni just sem keke o. Esesa brabo nso ma wa sitino ko yie. Abra wo bon de ru atra foforo.
Na menya bia to he.
Se wo pedudu etu. Ana wo pese wo tu beton. Ana wo pe contract sale dia. Ene frɛ 024-473-0295 ana 030-295-4146. Afei so wo benya bia to e wo pharmacies ne herbal shops mu. Yom Herbal Lotion. Life is possible. Edro yi nyam mapemfo. FDA age gadi gratu atu.
When you have the extra bit of ambition in your heart, you also need that extra bit of energy to come through. And for that, Rush Energy Drink is the boost you need. Created in the USA and proudly made in Ghana. Thanks to its unique formula, you have the power of ginseng, the benefit of vitamins, and the energy of inositol, taurine, and caffeine. Stay active and energized.
Happy International Mother's Month. We bring you greetings from E Productions. This May, we are offering a whopping discount for production services of all magnitude, be it personal, social, or corporate, to celebrate mothers. For other events happening after May, worry not. You can still enjoy same Mother's Month discount once you place your order in the month of May. At E Productions, we are happy to assist you in capturing special moments within a friendly budget. Call 024-2755-323 or reach us via socials at E Productions. E Productions, capture the moment.
When the food is rich and tasty. Jedinina. Adam's Kitchen. Ain't you beer to me, Toby? Adriana Kiamike, Zeda, Yedon, sea packaging, Adam's Kitchen, jollof and fried rice with assorted options. I want to do pizza, special noodles, Bunkune tilapia, Adam's Kitchen, Aroma, no Kumasi, your main restaurants, our Panoso, Tafo, KNWC, and Amstead. More flavor. Namamu Bokwani Tasmanso, Yamamu mini restaurants. Adam's Kitchen joints, you know, Ubeyebi Wapatrapa, Boko Chrome, and in Nigeria, you will order says ya, not to a 053-7277-856, announce 020-320-4416, Adam's Kitchen.
Charlie, I stress.
Oh, Senior, what be the issue?
Bro, another one caught up in again. I nearly get them this time. Charlie, the over 1.5 messed me up.
Oh, Charlie, sorry, but wait, you don't get refund for your loss?
Nah, bro, that thing's half day. You hear so before?
Yeah, soccer bet they do. Them they call them soccer chance.
Ah, Charlie, you sure?
Oh, but why I for lie you? Just make your stake on 10 plus games with odds of 1.30 or more. And when it's full, you will get your stake back times 3. Come see my bets.
Hey, Charlie, this be interesting, oh.
I know, right?
Soccer Chance rules are simple. Bet on any of your favorite soccer league games with odds of 1.30 and more. The total number of games should be 10 or more. Now here's the catch. Lose just one out of the many and you'll be rewarded 3 times your stake. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Malaria fever. Don't have a mister.
To phone bia any accessories or C-White Foods. What na unya papa? They go for C-White Foods. Obia siye.
Mema etiefo nyina akwa ababa Amuzu Herbal Clinic. Na yede dobia ba efe no Amuzu Garlic Bitters. Eyeduru a ema moje die fusane ewo nipadua no mu. Eyeduru ebua ma obia ne pressure ewo soro eba fom pa. Obi so a otie mi a wadro srade aboro so obehia Amuzu Garlic Bitters. Amuzu Garlic Bitter prevent numbness. So be say mensa anasa mi 983 nedro eye amuzu garlic bitters. Amuzu garlic bitters controls urine flow. Dear audio so bebre, and also so basa no. Onye amuzu garlic no mo a emeso tikura. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent sciatic pains. Obi say doctor me to ase twetwe me. Unye amuzu garlic no mo to edi. Amuzu garlic bitters is good for stroke patient. Obi anya stroke. Obu a stroke na born in kaye. Unya amuzu garlic no to edi. Say medre na sofu bi anya stroke for years. What thought wa minu panom. I na wetimi asore ananti waka. Amuzu garlic bitters boost the immune system and fight infections. Say utie me na say uyo chembe wu yare biya ba bekrawa. Kopa amuzu garlic no mu en ne ma ho ye dene. Na kutie nyarewa. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent body weakness. Obu ha ahomre woni so. Amuzu garlic bitters dilate the arteries. Ebia intinimu mamoja ediefusani yie pa. Amuzu garlic bitters support the pancreas. Amuzu garlic no pancreas no ya dene modidi a ekotwetwe sugar na glucose na mu no. Me so te mass sugar eba normal. Amuzu garlic bitters improves vision. Obu ho a ne pressure was with man de hunu wo form. Onya amuzu garlic no mo ebuaw ma friends woni na eye wisi no we hu ade yie pa. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent palpitation. Nipa bia home ban sese home no e wosu bebre sa kope amuzu garlic nenom. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent insomnia. Obu ha obre panse wada ye frade basic any sulfur e ye rich amuzu garlic mu ye go gu mu a na my body ne home na home bo se nche na wada enti de na ho edi ma no kope amuzu garlic bitters nenom. Amuzu garlic bitters enrich in allicin and selenium, which helps improve blood circulation on the male sex organ. Inti bema osi oda homachi antini bema nkano. Kopa amuzu garlic no mwe. No moja ni die fusane enko bema no honadechi a watini nka. Amuzu garlic bitters is rich in agioni. Ena musa agioni ninti ebo ema awodi akwa no ho ban. Ema sebuo, ema kosu atuo nyina no, emani nyina kosu kama. Iti oba obuni se a embe yie, ube hia amuzu garlic bitters. Oba on person na wo eti konsu hia amuzu garlic bitters. Uko drugstore, pharmacy, anase herbal shop biara, ube nye bi ato. Upe drone se mi se bi nsu a. No afra mi nama eye 0247 776743 0247 77 6743. Amuzu Herbal Clinic, Mauji Hiochalo.
Your Wednesdays just got exciting. Midweek Madness Wabonte. Join us every Wednesday at the P2 Lounge, Kumasi City Mall. Let's party in madness. Don't forget, the party is gonna be live on YFM. This is Midweek Madness.
So still reminding you that we are live on our Facebook page at Y102.5 FM. So bra never share a branty no pa kama oton ade. Ana oregana kra kwa em fa yen kasamra mu di sikan be mai. Ai this can be mai. I am still having a conversation with Mr. Peter Tandoh, who is the regional sales manager for GB Food. No people say GB Food omo ye hwan oba be kanini na today nyabote. Pete, we are back.
Yes.
So you were telling us about how your last job with Fidelity led you to your next job.
Yes.
All because of how you sold a product.
Yes.
Nipane signing up, all right.
He did. Or signing up.
So what happened?
Okay. So in the process of semi-ton Fidelity Lifestyle Investment Plan, ama papa no, he found it so convincing that he told me that he proposed something to me that okay, he also have like this opportunity to be a distributor
for a particular company.
Be not omoba, but with the kind of passion and my knowledge in the banking industry and everything, do I think it is profitable for him to invest that money into a treasury bill or use it to do this deal that he has gotten.
He asked you that?
He asked me that.
Yes.
So I found it very conflicting at the time.
Very
conflicting. So I told him that I cannot give him an answer on the spot.
I like that.
I cannot give him an answer on the spot. So he should give me some days to get back to him with an answer after I have researched.
Did you not have an answer for him instantly?
I did. I did. But like I've always believed in this saying that a true leader is not one person who knows all the answers all the time, but somebody who is willing to know more of the answers or to know more. So at that particular point in time, I didn't feel like giving him everything. I felt like I had to go and research and come and tell him the best out of the two options that he has presented to me. Because it would have been unprofessional, one. It would have been because I wasn't prepared to give him the detailed answers. I didn't know. And it's something about me too. If I don't know something, I am not shy to tell you that I don't know it now.
But wait a minute. Why didn't you simply tell him to invest with your bank? Because I know
yes.
Inti ukrompete do no mebika. Head asanka oh the bam hone scanner ira crowd binyabi.
And then
Inti I don't know why pray. Why didn't you I'm sorry, like urge him on to invest with your bank. Rather tell him that unjada nim answer into kodwene ho aba.
I have this personal value that guides me every time. The integrity. Because if like you walk on this earth with this mindset that and then penameshiano, I'll not meet this person again. So let me, if like a rip of car, let me rip him off today and just go my way. You don't know when you are going to need this person again.
That's true.
Yes. So I am always guided by that. I am always guided by the fact that now probably you might find yourself in an advantageous position. So I didn't want to sell something or tell him something I don't believe in just because it would have benefited me at the time.
At that time.
I didn't want to do that.
Interesting.
This is YFM.
So after that day, I had to go back and do the research and came back to him. Because the one interesting, fascinating thing is, I was also doing that job on a target basis. Because
your job at the bank.
At the bank, it was targeted because the more customers you bring in and the amount of money they are able to invest, and only so commissions. So it was very conflicting, whether to tell him to use the money to go and do other business, or
between the walls.
Yes. So I had to go and do the research, and I came back. Fast forward, I came back to him and told him that I will advise or recommend that he split the money into two. Yes, because like because he told me the amount. Fortunate enough, he was open enough to tell me to tell me the amount. I said, okay, let's use this in the bank, and then because this is also going to be a lifestyle business where other people can also benefit from it, because like it was an opportunity. He was going to employ other people,
young people
to
also make a living.
Yes, to make a living. So I told him that he should invest some of the money, because I saw him to be very affluent, and then he looked very affluent. So he was also candid enough to tell me that he can do both.
Which way?
It was Amakum. I remember that day. Like,
was it in a shop or you ran into him?
I ran into him. He was actually standing in front of his building, the building he intended to use for the distributorship. He was standing in front because they were doing some artwork and all that.
But what led you to him in particular?
He was standing there. I saw him as a prospect.
Okay.
I saw him as a prospect to the product I was selling then.
I'll still ask again, what about him made you see him as a prospective client?
In fact, let me say this. He was standing beside an Infinity. He was standing beside an Infinity.
But what if he was the driver?
Yes, so
You took your chances.
I took my chances and went to him. Introduced myself. I'm from this
driver, no. But that's just by the way.
Yes.
I mean, not to say drivers cannot invest to Mr. Yes. And that's how I patch. But also who can who saw your default. Who taking the chances. If you're not on your default, you're therefore. But interestingly, you hit your jackpot.
Yes.
With him.
So he
this
was able
is
to,
YFM.
In the bank or sign on to the plan because it was something he was also interested in.
So he did both.
He did both.
Eesh.
He did both. And then he told me that how I was able to convince him to sign on to the flip. He thinks I will be a good resource for him. So how long will it take me to resign from my current job and come and be with him?
What was his offer?
It was like 3 times what I was currently getting.
Cash. Cash that day.
Yes, it was like a total package. He took me to be his, let's say, distribution manager.
Right hand
man. To his 2 IC. I don't know why he saw in me.
What year was this?
This is 2009.
Wow.
And he didn't know me from Adam. He just saw me the way, he said, like the way I carried myself, the way I was professional about, how I was selling the product to him, the way I told him that he should give me some time to go and research, and I actually came back with facts and figures and all that.
This is your job that you are paid based on commissions. So the likelihood that the Torebia will seek a same crowd form was high.
Yes.
Because our client's name will target now. There are chances that you could be earning lower.
Yes.
And you are still doing it passionately from your heart.
From my heart.
And now that job that probably sometimes doesn't pay you as much as you deserve leads you to get a new job. That changes your life.
Exactly. That was the start of my corporate sales job.
Would you call it divinity, or your luck shined, or the stars were in alignment for you, or you met your destiny helper?
A combination of all that you said.
Everything.
A combination of all that you said.
The day that he made that offer to you, when you came home, what was going through your mind?
Where did I sleep? What food did I eat?
No, even before he gave you the money, you like, and come on, do you say, me who way you? I want to work with you, you know. Maybe I want to come DSA by a chile woman, Brana Meno near Jumano. As you journeyed home or as you got home, what went through your mind throughout the evening?
I was really thinking, because I was so thrown between the two.
Okay.
Yes, because this was a job I got to have as a result of my sister's connections. So like I had some loyalty I owe to some people there. So I was torn between the two. So going home I was like, should I take this offer? What will my sister say? What will the other people I believe I owed that loyalty to? What would they also think about me and all that? And one of my professors in school also told us when about graduating, that when you land a job and you are about taking another job, think about the next job. So it's all about seeing into the future, if like I should put it in a simple English.
So eventually what happened?
Eventually I had to tender in my resignation at Fidelity.
This is YFM.
And then came to came to be the distribution manager for this man. And then this deal was big. This deal was big. It was something that will give me the opportunity to interact with high-end people in the sales industry, to sell something I have not sold before, because they were very new in town. That time it was Zane. We were coming to sell airtime and then SIM cards, and the package, their branding and everything was juicy.
So were you going to work for him on a contractual basis, or for as long as you can?
Yes. So he gave me like an offer, not on contract basis, permanent employment.
Okay.
I was skeptical at the beginning because it was a one-man job, quote unquote. So leaving a corporate setting where I thought
there's a structure.
Yes, where I
there's
thought
an HR, there's this, there's that. There will be no one taking a decision.
You can wake up one
day or say,
dear
say bye. So dear Peter Tandoh bye.
Bye. So I had to also, take my chance.
How old were you by then?
I was 21.
In 2009, you were 21.
Yeah, I was 21.
And at that young age,
yes,
you were having all these thoughts running through your mind, making such decisions. Now you'll be too ejinana.
Exactly. I have just like I said, I come from a very large family. We are
so your older siblings.
My older siblings. They are my support system.
Is there an Ike Tandoh in them?
Yes.
And I think your only sister just showed up, Loretta. Hi.
Yes.
Loretta says you're following your passion, yes. And I've seen your brother Ike is also one. Ike is one.
Yes.
And then Felix Kwame.
Tandoh, yes.
That's also a brother.
Yes,
and then we said it in
yes.
And then I've seen Kobna Boateng.
He's also my brother.
Eish.
Yes.
And then there is Peter Atta Edmond.
A friend.
Okay.
Yes.
And they're all proud of you. Very proud of you.
Yes.
So now you're finally with him.
Yes, I'm finally
First
with him.
1 year to say, compared to corporate world.
It was challenging. A new experience altogether. Because I was in the driving seat. Taking, some heavy, massive decisions. Hiring people at this, young age. I had to recruit the entire staff for him.
And how sure were you that they had the same foresight like you did?
And so I had to go through this rigorous exercise of interviewing them and taking my chances, looking out for some opportunities in them,
and hoping that you get lucky.
Hoping that they are also like I was thinking then. And so I took my chance. I formed a team around me, a team who were willing to find the answers, who, even though they did not know all the answers at the time, was ready to go back and come and give me answers.
Just like you.
Just like
hungry
me.
And passionate.
Hungry and passionate.
Amazing.
Because I am always driven by that.
How long did you stay with this company?
So I did like 3 years. And also with the traits I was exhibiting, the kind of decisions I was also taking and all that, the man Zain to Airtel. And then so I had to even also be at the customer care with Airtel. I had to be a customer care rep. I was even the lead for mobile interoperability. That was when it was coming then.
Yes. Sending money across
and then
other networks.
That was the time when like you had like an MTN number.
Porting.
Yes.
But look, from fashion sales to women in banking sales, which I'm sure that most of your target customers were women, right?
Yes.
Based on the name of the to Fidelity Bank. Now to Zain transition to Airtel, which of them would you say was your most crucial moment in life, and how did you overcome that?
It was the Zain setup.
Okay.
Because it was new. They had come into town. They had come into Ghana.
Is it with your mentor or when they came for you themselves?
No, with my mentor. Because it was new, and this was something I believed. I pushed him into doing it. So I felt like anyway, anyhow.
It was a surviving.
Surviving. Anyway, anyhow. Anyway, so because I remember we had to even stay at 12 midnight, making sure the setup was complete. Because I was that committed to him to make sure that it succeeds, that project succeeds. I had to make sure, whether rain or shine. Whether rain or shine, I had to make sure.
Now, fast forward, how long did you stay with Zayn too? I mean, as Airtel now?
Yes, as Airtel now. I also stayed there till like 2011, and then I had to move on.
Obibaka Sasa Unya Jumanche. 3 years now,
Yes.
2 years now.
Yes.
Are they?
I don't know whether it's always been about the fact that I see or other people see me and they would want to work with me. They want to give me an opportunity.
Hey, but you, every time
them.
somebody wants to see you work with you, you are already working with somebody.
No. So I mean, you know, in this corporate world, it's all about opportunities, and there have been also people seeing your capabilities and believing that your capabilities will help them will help them succeed.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So where did you leave?
This is YFM.
I was with Unilever Ghana.
Hey, as what?
I went to Unilever Ghana as a sales capability manager in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically I was...
So had you moved to Accra?
Yeah, this opportunity took me to Accra.
To Accra?
Yes, even though I schooled in Accra during my uni days. But like I was going and coming.
But you didn't apply to Unilever?
I did apply.
Oh, you did apply?
I did apply. I had some friends come over to Kumasi from Tamale. Yes, and they came from Tamale. They are going to do some work they were with Unilever, with their boss. So they are going to Tamale to go and do a work, and they had to transition, or they had to pass through Kumasi to Accra. So when they got to Kumasi, my friends told them that, oh, I have this friend in Airtel in Kumasi, so let me call him for him to hook us up with hotel accommodation and all that.
Right.
Yeah, so I had to do that for them, and then in that evening we had to sit down to catch up and all that. So in doing that, their boss, their line manager then also saw that with all that I'm saying and all, he thinks I'll fit in his team because he was the head of capability then. He saw that I will fit in their team, so he asked me if he gives me the opportunity,
you would want to stay.
Would I come? Would I come and join his team? So okay, it depends on the offer
that you're given,
that you are given and all that. So he gave me the opportunity to come and interview for this role in Unilever back then. And God being so good, I was successful, and I had to be with Unilever. But I stayed with Unilever for a very long time.
Okay, for how long?
Close to 10 years.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes,
that's nice.
So I stayed with Unilever from 2011 up. I did so many roles
to 2021.
Yeah, to 2020, even 2021 to 2022 that I joined GB Foods.
Now, the Kumasi market is different from Accra market.
Yes.
Was that not scaring you as you journeyed to a different phase of your career?
No. At first I was thinking about it, the geographical location. But I said, if people are doing it there,
then you can.
I can also do it there.
And say one kasa common neoda.
No. But like I'm always blessed to have a support system around me.
Because passion way this crew.
Oh, that in Chaku.
Nice one.
I
like that. I like it. And do you know what is making me enjoy this interview more? The fact that you're not looking only at the opportunities or at the money, but how you are going to better yourself. We'll be back shortly.
Hey, but make cancer be chill. To food, any accessory be was Sea-Wide Foods. Sea-Wide Foods were original food.
This is YFM.
Foods, Techno, Samsung, Infinix, itel. Oh, phone brand be any one accessory be screens, original chargers, Bluetooth, hands-free. Again, PlayStation games and laptops. Original ones oh baby. Sea-Wide Foods go at a food shopper. What are you no say chawadi. Discount baby. New ones more from Sea-Wide Foods. Bruh, and come baby. Koto bomb phone will be the biggest retail phone shop ewo Kumasi. And we do Sabra Hotel Junction our champion building mu Kumasi Kejetia. The branches ni biwo between MTN office any opportunity savings and loans. Osanso your opposite opportunity savings and loans. Ewo Kejetia wa view what the children hospital no in a DJ ni mu. Pizza Tadum or Soboloni Stadium Station or Old Dako Farms who do wo Kumasi a fresh 0558 770430. Teshubai Obey Holy Family Hospital no fresh 0245 051799 or Finzua or Hiniba or Segbonsu Plaza de Buha. See White Foods or Bia CA.
We jam Monday to Sunday. Every day's a party day. Move with us. Pool Wednesdays, Thursday karaoke, a fire station throughout the weekend. And that gives you the best hotel experience in the capital. Vienna City, Kumasi. Is everything entertainment. Call 024-333-1579 and Vienna City Kumasi on all social media platforms. Vienna City, it's your number one in entertainment.
Let's see what we so jina park so. Kabi atakum. Awurade. Adroni.
Interesting. So you stayed with Unilever for 10 years?
Yes, close to 10 years.
Wait, that's okay.
Yes.
Now, what made it different?
Unilever gave me the opportunity to, move around Ghana in different roles. Because
this is YFM.
To say that I enrolled at Unilever or I entered Unilever as a sales capability manager. But fast forward, I had to do field activations. I had to do territory management in different regions. Territory management in Ashanti, in Bronga Hafo, in Western region Takrade. I had the opportunity also even do extent in Tamale.
This looks like a very busy life.
Yes.
So how are you balancing that with your personal life?
So
like relationship, church, even friends.
Yes. So I with the same passion that I do my job, I carry the same passion in everything that I do,
including your relationship.
Yes. So in all the relationships I've been in, I tend, if you are not able to convince your girlfriend to buy your job or buy into your job, how can you convince a stranger?
Oh, but your girlfriend there should be easy to convince her because she loves you. So whether the product is good or bad, she go buy. And I lie.
Not necessarily the product, but buy your idea that you are a salesperson, and then even when you are with him, and then you are talking about other stuff, and their sales will come in.
All right, so fast forward. I'm coming. How many people did you date? Would you mind disclosing? Okay, let's just say 3.
Yes.
Did you break up with them or they broke up with you?
I don't know.
Oh, but they broke up with you. They broke up with you.
I don't know.
Because speaking from a woman's perspective, why would you take me on a date and we are talking about your job? But that's just by the way. But I'm sure that you influence them in a way that now, even if they are not together with you and they have a side hustle, they would have taken something from you.
Exactly.
How to get people to buy after they've spoken to them about the product. Interesting. And what about your friends and your social networks?
Most of my friends are in this industry. Most of them.
I
have a few. I have a few engineer friends,
a few doctors, a few lawyers,
friends, a few lawyers. But most of my friends are into sales. So when we meet and we are talking 100%.
Target.
Yes. About 80-90% of them. Of the conversation is about target.
And let me ask you again. You know, sales has a lot to do with calculations.
Yes.
So imagine your girlfriend was very bad at math. Do you think she would have enjoyed the conversation?
No, she wouldn't have. And I am one person. I fall in love with the brain.
Look at the way I'm. Wait, don't say that.
Yes.
Please, those of us that are not smart in maths, we have the brains. Don't say that to us. We'll take you to court tomorrow. But that's just by the way. Interesting.
This is YFM.
You stayed with Unilever for close to 10 years, and you decided that it's time for you to progress in life in a different phase. Where did you end up at?
Where I am currently at
GB Foods.
Yes.
Okay.
I also got into GB Foods as an area sales, including Gino curry powder. Gino baked beans.
Okay, and them try that.
Yes. We also have Gino baked beans.
We need some more baked beans.
Yes, we have a baked beans.
Yes.
And then everything promo as well.
Right.
Everything
promo apart from tomato paste, then I'm moving.
So currently it's only tomato paste.
The tomato paste. Okay.
For promo.
Okay.
But something's coming up. Yes.
Right. So you were in charge of the sales for Ashanti region
and then
Bronhafu region.
Yes.
These are bigger regions with a lot of brands similar to yours. When I say brands, the quote unquote, please allow me for the benefit of the interview, there is salsa. I don't want to mention the rest. Mpese me advertise mobia, but on say your tomato paste, I would be brave. Asani be a ginoba, and I say I need gino abeshia. And all these are raining in these regions because Opomo Pedri and no pass Asante for home. Asante for de be Adriani Sijaso. Into the be a nyama to say tin tomatoes. Ne carry ne sanyoman. They are regularly on sale. If you are selling them, you get buyers. You were coming to compete with all these people for sales. What made you think you would stand out?
So before I sell everything, I do a bit of research.
Okay.
Yes, so I researched into Pomo and Gino. And then thankfully, my research also showed me or proved to me that they were the market leaders. Even though they were competition or they are competition, they still cannot compete because we are the market leaders.
Interesting.
Yes. So that wouldn't have, let me stay that way because I also feel challenged. I feel fulfilled when I am faced with a challenge and then I am able to use my small brain to crack or to help circumvent and overcome the challenge. I am fulfilled by that fact. So I wouldn't have been perturbed if like they were not the market leaders. But thankfully they were the market
so you made
leaders.
the job pretty easier.
It made the job pretty easier. I came into the job and then interesting. My first 2-3 months, there were demands
for the product. And then at the time, we were not even able to meet the demand. I was like, wow, I'm in heaven. Interesting.
Yes.
So, do you sell to distributors?
Yes.
You have agents that you sell to.
Yes.
And was there ever a day call agents we say, "Now the buy me now no come in Tony into Monkom in
Oh, it is an everyday story I hear. Even today, I've heard that.
But they still take it in the long run.
Yes. So that makes you a salesperson.
Okay.
Handling objection.
This is YFM.
Objection comes in every day. Every single day you face an objection. Even though GB Foods or Pomo in general is the market leader, we have certain SKUs that are not as fast moving as the others.
Like some products move faster than the others.
Yes. So
like what?
Currently, we have like an innovation called the 110 grams.
Okay.
Yes. It's in between the 60 grams and the 200 grams.
Right.
So it came to serve the purpose of someone like you who is ready to do a stew or a soup for like a few people. If like you are to use the 60 grams, just to announce it.
Okay. And now you see 100 and so also.
And now uko you see 200 and so maybe an adorso.
200, yeah, sorry.
200 na adorso.
So the 100 is 110 is in between.
It's in between the 60 grams and the 200 grams. So because it's new, it's an SKU that is very new. Competition do not have that particular SKU. competition has, or they have 60 gram, 200, 380, just like we have. But the 110 gram is very novel. It's very new. So currently, people are finding it a bit difficult
to accept it into the market.
So it becomes very challenging to sell. People object it today. I've received an objection on 110 gram. But just like I'm taking my time to explain the modality and the brain behind the 110 grams, I take my time to sell the idea why we introduce the 110 gram.
And eventually
they buy into it.
But why don't you go out and sell to the ordinary Ghanaian? You know, why do you give it out to distributors and agents? Because maybe mobile pata or Kijiti Dubai hwa. Me am babeto. Intiadentina as I was say for being seman sana mensaka. What's the reason behind that?
So fortunately that is the route to market adopted by the global company to sell through distributors before it gets to the consumers. By that you get to minimize your risk. You eventually get to sell more volumes at a time, because if you are to sell to end users directly, the volumes which you sell at a particular given time will not be as much compared to when you sell to a distributor, because a distributor will come and pick volumes, and then because of the fact that he was also given incentives at the end, also have like other means and routes to also sell and get to all routes and every corner of the territory he or she is given. So the route to market is in such a way that we want to also give the opportunity for distributors to also give employment to other people.
That's amazing.
Because when a distributor comes on board, he or she might or will not be able to do the job alone. As of nipa, as of sales people, as of drivers.
It's a source of employment for somebody else.
For other people. So the route to market is such a, it also gets to create employment for people in the community. There are times that we do market activations where we sell directly to consumers, but
intensity, right?
They are minimal,
right?
So when you get to bring innovations like our Gino Jollof, let me take this opportunity to tell people that we also have Gino Jollof.
Is our boss listening? You hear your voice. Yes, now we told you. But it's beautiful.
Yes.
That you really demonstrated really why you're a sales marketing manager, because look, in less than 10 minutes you sold all your products to us. You should look for an ambassador in me for Ashanti region. But how do you stay up to date with industry trends and consumer preferences? Make us up, because I told that home. I pay. Emba cram po emba. Yanyama it tasting ko. Ye wa it tasting ko. Bibianya any and nam ye baby because you tasting ko. And say mema na muda monsa shimu. Our life goes and kids. My son likes carrot juice, but will not eat carrot. I still don't understand this till now. Until I gave birth, I didn't know toddlers can misbehave like that. Umano salad na carrot uma. Obetun boy carrot ni ne free. Buy a carrot juice mana. Onum krasa beje foforo. Minteme ho ase. So our preferences change. Today he likes ofre banku kanku. Today he likes kanku. Tomorrow he doesn't. Upper rice. So with all these daily differences, we cook for men, we cook for kids, we cook for people, and there are ways that they want their stuff. Today we want Gino tomato paste alone. Then we add our pepper and onion. Tomorrow we want P&O without a tomato paste. All these things. How do you as salespeople navigate all these changing preferences daily, day out?
So it's all about proximity.
Okay.
We have one value at GB Foods we call proximity.
Okay.
And the ne fire by now say staying close to the market. Because if you are far from the market, you don't get to see all the changing trends.
No.
No, necessarily. But you need to be
staying close to the market. I want to understand.
Yes. you need to stay close. You don't have to be just like we're talking at the beginning stage. You don't have to be an armchair manager. So go into the market, interact with people. Exactly, because in 5 days of the week, I can say there isn't a single day that I do not go to a market. Yes, because there are different markets. Because just like you said, what let's say central market people will like might be different from what Bantama people will like.
So
yes, because there are certain products or certain SKUs that do well in one market other than the other market.
Okay.
So you need to stay close to all the markets, and that's how come you also need a strong and willing team around you.
Exactly.
Exactly. And when it's changing, we get to see, because we do that with data, because currently you cannot survive in the sales industry without data. So the data will tell you that in this market, let's say P&O 60 grams moves faster. If you go to the other market, for example, when you go to the north, my clients will, takes me to the north as well, because it is the northern division, so Ashanti BA and the entire northern region. When you go to the north, it is surprising that P&O, they like pepper like they like water. P&O, it sells like magic compared to the classic promo. Even between the promo and Gino, when you go to Accra or the southern branch,
people prefer Gino over
Pomo.
Jackie Apia Intia.
Yes. But when you come to the northern branch, exactly.
I see.
Yes, so you need to stay close to the market and use data. If you don't have data and you are not relying on data, you will not be able to stay trendy.
Otto Adi Abokada.
Yes.
And how did it come to you and how did you survive that phase?
Yes, so there are instances or there are times that you will bring a product or you will bring something to sell and then it will not catch up. So you think about the long term, or you can decide to do a barter trade, or you combine it with something. Because if let's say this particular SKU, this particular product is not selling, and then you have to even run a discount, then that's in the end you will run at a loss, and then you also have this product that really sells. You can do a combo pack in such a way that the losses you are getting from exactly.
It's a promotion and then what you over to. So the promotion is not promoting us. No, but on a more serious note, it means that you need to find a strategic way to make money for the company. So
in the long run, you have to stay afloat. In the long run. Wow. In the long run. So you can make losses now, but in the long run there has to be a strategy for you to make profit.
If you were not a salesperson, where would you rather be, or what else do you think you would be good at, and why?
I would have been in the literary field, be it acting or writing.
Okay, brofo. I'm not surprised.
Because growing up I also love acting. Even currently I love acting. I always say the camera loves me and I love the camera. So yes, when you put the camera in front of me and you have me to say something, I believe I can say it and say.
But you appear pretty shy.
That is the thing.
Your appearance is very deceptive.
It is very deceptive. Very, very deceptive. Because people see me like, did you go to Kumasi High?
Catch us go home.
And then after interacting with me, they're like,
there's another Kumasi High School boy there.
Okay.
You know they take us do anything for this office inside. But strangely, anyway, What is that one thing that has carried you along in life? And Noana has held you through in life?
I would say humility. Humility and the willingness to learn new things. I am always humble. I appear shy, but that demeanor also comes with humility. Because I am not. I don't think I might be wrong, but I don't think I come across as a pompous or arrogant person. I always want to read the environment, humble myself to learn, so that I can, fit in. So I believe humility has been like the one key thing that has helped me.
Person listening, but before that, how do you select your team members? And how sure, I think I asked, but I still want to emphasize, how sure are you that this person has what it takes to build the team with you? And what goes through the selection process?
Okay, I always look out for people just like I am, people who are ready to learn, because I don't believe everybody knows everything at one point in time. So if like you exhibit those traits or those characteristics, that tells me that you are ready to learn, even though you might not know. I see you to be a good fit, because I believe that no one single person knows everything.
True.
So you must be willing and ready to learn. So if I see that trait in you, or if I ask you that question, and then a question or questions around that, and then you are able to tell me that, even though you might not know the answer, you are willing to know the answer.
They make a cut.
Yes, you make the cuts.
And if there is any young person listening to you, what do you have to tell them? Concerning sales, concerning life, and concerning being an accomplished person in whatever they are doing.
In whatever you are doing, do it with your utmost best. Don't do it because you want to impress somebody. Do it because you want to impress yourself. Do it because you know that is what it's expected of you to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had a conversation today with Mr. Peter Tandoh, the sales
regional sales
manager for the northern branch of GB Foods, and it's been insightful. My name is Abinaki Yadam.